I thought it'd be fun to go into something fundamental real quick. I want to talk to you about the concept of fundamental product management. Now, a lot of people are like, yeah, I'm starting to see a shift away from product owners and leaning in on product managers. Or you may be seeing some shifts regarding agile change management and how change management's handled, or even quality management systems inside of agile. There have been a lot of changes in the agile landscape, and one of those changes has been the advent of AI. And in this age where AI is kind of ruling everything, we need to take into consideration how fundamental product management works and how it impacts our ability to use AI and how AI impacts what we're trying to do. So, starting at the top, generative AI continues to expand its horizons across a myriad of industries, enabling PMs of all domains with the chance to become more AI focused and even more tech savvy in many ways. Generative AI has skyrocketed into popularity, especially over the last couple of years. We've seen more and more AI enabled products come to life across various industries, almost at an uncontrollable rate, with seemingly infinite money to continue in the water and sunshine to grow. What I can tell you is I currently have a list of over 6,000, did you hear me? 6,000 AI tools that can help you be more productive. That is just extreme to me. I don't know why anyone would ever need that many, but literally there's an AI tool to help you boost your productivity in just about any subject. So let's look at this from a product management perspective. AI can help you boost your productivity and strategic domain knowledge. So that being said, let's figure out why fundamental PM practices are still king and how these fundamentals can elevate you as a PM in the world of generative AI, because this has to be more about you. So product management as a practice, this is a core skill that's been around since the beginning. It focuses on your engagement with the stakeholder, your engagement with your consumers, your engagement with your product sponsors, your engagement with third-party vendors. So this is a fundamental position that I think every person, whether you're a product owner, product manager, business analyst, these skills are important no matter the industry and no matter your title. So I want to give you three key reasons or three main reasons why I feel like fundamental product management still matters and actionable methods that will allow you to really thrive in this AI world. Okay, let's go to number one. Number one, product development has become too complicated. Every time an inexperienced PM would read about how a product team works by theory, they would assume that the product development isn't that complicated. It's a rookie mistake. The reality is, most likely, there are hundreds of moving pieces at any given time, whether it be team-based dependencies, sales and marketing enablement, internal tool handling by an overseas team, data telemetry that needs refreshing, or small tasks or responsibilities that impact all of the above. The product manager is special because they're expected to identify and manage those hidden moving pieces. They're superheroes who help with product growth and delivery as much as they can, whatever it takes. This ability matters more on the job than becoming the biggest AI expert on the team. Although that probably doesn't hurt either, right? Uh, when you go into someone's head office and take a look at how they're implementing things, oftentimes they're surrounded by questions on how their organization can really adopt AI to improve their product development processes. A lot of times, their concern is around how do we do it, but oftentimes what they're really asking or what they're really trying to say is that product development is complicated. And how is adopting a tool like Copilot going to really help us accelerate our work? That's a great question. But you need to rewind that question and really focus on sound product management fundamentals. They need to know, so product managers need to know about the product culture. They need to know more about the level of adoption of AI in the organization and whether they have leadership buy-in. They need to know what's making things complex and how can they lean in towards more smooth sailing. Another thing to note in the world of product development is the pace of change in technology. Every day it seems like there's something new. Every hour feels like there's something new. If the team is trying to leverage generative AI in a product, then the pace of change could move even faster because they need to incorporate as AI capabilities evolve rapidly, sometimes daily, sometimes hourly. They need to stay grounded in timeless principles so that they're not constantly on the verge of churn, where they're just churning out new things for the sake of making sure they're delivering something of value. That's not where you want to be. Without fundamentals, you risk having your product chase AI's capabilities rather than solving customer problems, which is almost the purest definition of sunk cost fallacy. Yes. Okay. Let's go to number 2. Product fundamentals involve interpersonal skills that AI can't replace. I've been trying to preach this ever since somebody said, our jobs are dead, AI is coming to kill us. As ironic as it feels, the greater the complexity of AI product development, which will become inevitable, the more important it is for a PM to demonstrate strong interpersonal skills on their team. You, as a PM, are now going to be asked to be more of a people person. For some of you, that's great news. For others, not so much. I firmly believe that strong stakeholder management is the pillar that no PM should ever sacrifice. That is the pole you stand on, no matter how advanced the technology may be. You need to work with incredibly diverse teams. You need to work with people who are more front end, customer centric driven, with back end developers, and maybe a little more behind the scenes, dark lights. Data scientists, designers, marketers, sales executives. I think you get where I'm going with this. You can't rely on generative AI to figure out how all those people feel. If you try to use generative AI to context switch or tailor your presentations to a specific audience, it'll be great, but you need to have that interpersonal ability to carry those things forward. User interviews, customer relationships, stakeholder management, debates with your product team. Guess what? AI is not doing those things. You need to be doing them. You need to learn social dynamics of being friendly, understanding, and most of all, easy to work with your teams. That's so important. Leading and influencing without authority by listening to your peers and showing that you understand their point of view, even if you disagree. Help me understand what brought you to that conclusion. Be empathetic without bias in user and customer interviews. Really learn what they're feeling and experiencing when they try your product. Understand who they are and figure out those soft skills because they're going to bring you a long way. All right, let's go to number 3. Product fundamentals help product managers understand vertical use cases. A vertical use case is different than a traditional use case in terms of focus. A use case is broader. It can encapsulate any type of task, the job to be done, or the goal that the customer is trying to achieve. A vertical use case is simply a subset of the broader use case definition and focuses on more of a niche or a specific task. So when you're talking about generative AI, we have something called AI agents. Agents are individual LLM-powered AI components that accomplish a very specific task or set of tasks. For example, let's just use Copilot. In Microsoft Copilot, a particular AI agent could be a Microsoft Word summarizer agent, where an LLM is configured to only analyze the content in a Word document, then summarizes contents for the user. Instead of focusing on everything, the agent is only focused on accomplishing a specific use case in a more focused approach. This leads us to the topic of vertical AI agents, which is just a fancy way to describe an AI agent that can accomplish a very niche task or use case better than if it were a more general AI agent or assistant. That makes it easy. So if you think about it from that perspective, you want to make sure you know when to be niche and when to dig in and when to do your deep dive and when to go vertical versus when to lean in on a horizontal and really mix in your emotional play so that you can best understand without bias, empathy, and how the users are going to be doing things. So you want to make sure you're balancing prioritization, relationships, feedback, internalization, team energy. You have a lot of things that you need to balance on your plate as a PM. But the good news is if you let AI do all the medial stuff, it should allow you the time that you need to do all the rest. That's going to do it. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you have a topic you want us to discuss, over here, learn more at AgileDad.com. That's the best place for you to go. We'd love to hear from you. And as always, we encourage you to stay healthy, stay well, and stay agile, my friends. Until next time, do take care.